Good morning, Britain. Brits in peril as UK embassy staff and their families are airlifted to safety from Sudan. Hundreds of British citizens are left behind, saying they feel abandoned as deadly shooting continues in the capital.
The moment that tweet came from the UK embassy saying, "We're done, we've evacuated our staff, we're now working for peace," that tells me that they're not evacuating my father, and he's lost all but one opportunity to leave the city safely.
The Royal College of Nurses are given a deadline of midday today to call off their 48-hour walkout this weekend as the government considers asking the courts to declare the strike unlawful. But with the union planning to withdraw all cover, even for emergencies, should NHS workers be legally barred from striking?
They've found me a better seat.
With her lavender bouffant, wing glasses and sharp tongue, Barry Humphries turned Dame Edna Everage into a powerhouse who was friends with the king. We remember the master improviser when another of his friends, Lord Archer, joins us before 8.
And Queen of the Dance Floor, Shirley Ballas, Chief Judge, on why she says rumours of a salary standoff between the judging panel and Strictly BBC bosses are a load of rubbish. Plus, how she's taking on the online trolls, bringing her son in to help her when she returns for this year's series. We'll be talking to Shirley later in the programme.
Mixed fortunes today, sunshine and showers in the north, turning cloudy with rain in the south. And I'll be live at Annick Garden with the largest collection of Taihaku cherry blossom trees in the world. All the details with us and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Monday, 24th of April, 2023. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Susanna Reid and Ed Balls.
Good morning, Britain. It's just gone 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme. So, at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, what happened in your household, Ed?
What? The alert went off on my phone and Yvette's phone and our daughter's phone, but, you know, we were expecting it.
Yeah, except it went off a minute early.
It did go off a minute early.
For most people.
Actually, the honest truth is, I thought, what's happened to my phone? Why is it doing that? And, you know, even though we talked about it all last week, I'd still forgotten.
I found it so alarming. I mean, I know that's the point, but here we go. If you don't remember it from yesterday, there was the emergency alert. 2:59 yesterday. Ranvir, what were you doing at 2:59 yesterday that it interrupted?
I was having a little nap.
Did you? And was your phone by your bed?
My phone was on the dressing table, but I tell you, one phone went off, the other phone did not. So...
Was it on the 3 network?
I don't know what network
or was it on airplane mode?
No, it was just whatever the factory setting was. Clearly, you know, remember you showed us that you could go through.
Yes.
There's an emergency alert on and
your
off button, which I'd never known of.
Yes.
It must have automatically been on-off, whereas mine was automatically on-on,
Yeah.
which is some of the issue, isn't it?
Yes.
I think people.
And
don't
when
know.
you were napping, what did you think was happening?
I had literally forgotten it was going to happen. What is going on? Yeah. It was alarming. It was great, though, in a way, because you think, well, if something's happening, we'll know.
Shall we find out what happened at the World Snooker Championships? Here we go.
Play has been paused just for the emergency test alert. It will resume straight afterwards.
It might be an idea if we all just switch our phones off for the rest of this session.
Oh, maybe an idea, yes.
I've got to say, I have discovered my 13-year-old self. I had chicken pox for a fortnight when I was 13 and watched the whole of the World Snooker Championships from the Crucible. And I have been watching it all last week. I got my daughter to watch it for 3 hours with me yesterday. She had to learn the rules. The snooker, I mean, it's utterly, compellingly brilliant.
especially when it's interrupted by the 2:59 emergency alert, of which BBC News brought us live coverage. Let's have a look.
This is so funny.
And I applaud the British government's attempt. And of course, the media also plays an important role in sensitizing the public and explaining.
Loretta, let me just interrupt you there. We've heard the alert going off as you've been speaking. Let's go to some of our live shots now, up and down the country.
Oh my God! It was all. Look, the thing they missed there is at the end of the report, it comes back to the anchor, and he kind of goes, like, "What? What was that?" I mean, nobody seemed to care at all about the alert.
No, shall we see that again? Live coverage.
And I applaud the British government's attempt. And of course, the media also plays an important role in sensitizing the public and explaining.
Loretta, let me just interrupt you there. We've heard the alert going off as you've been speaking. Let's go to some of our live shots now, up and down the country, of people receiving this alert.
Like, what? What was that?
Wasn't he? Poor news anchor.
It wasn't quite as dramatic
breaking news,
as Rich Preston was
live
scooping.
pictures.
Yeah. Oh, we've all been there. Right. Well.
Oh my God.
Let us know what it interrupted for you at 2:59 yesterday afternoon.
Were you having a nap like Ranvir at 2:59? That was a time to have a nap.
Yeah, we love a mid-afternoon nap on this programme, don't we?
Was it still breakfast in bed?
Part of the routine, isn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't your morning continuing.
It wasn't, sadly. I wish it had been, no.
There is alarm, though, over what's happening in Sudan, and Britain's Sudanese community is demanding the government does more to help bring relatives back from Sudan. It comes as British diplomats and their families have been evacuated in what the Prime Minister called a complex and rapid operation. Other British citizens, though, have not yet received support to leave the country.
Fighting broke out more than a week ago between the military and a rival armed group, leaving 400 people dead, thousands more injured. And we can speak to Jonathan Swain, who's at the Foreign Office. Jonathan, the embassy staff have been evacuated, but there are still very many British citizens hiding, hibernating, keeping undercover. What is the advice from the Foreign Office to them and to relatives about what they can do to be safe?